Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting of the City Council to order. The hour of 6 p.m. having come and gone. We'd like to, Madam Clerk, can you roll call, please?
Calumet.
Here.
Wilson. Here. Tillman.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Gardner.
Here.
Patton. Smith.
Here.
For the record, Alderman Patton has excused absence tonight. We'd like everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. We're at the point where public comment. Is there anyone from the public who would like to comment on any items on the agenda tonight? We'd like to invite Maureen Forte up. She has a presentation for the City Council to speak.
How you doing?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Mayor, with your permission, I would like for Councilwoman Monet Wilson to come forward as I present this presentation.
You've been directing her all your life, so I'm sure she'd love to come up there.
I'm Maureen Forte from the Village of East Hazel Crest, where I serve as village trustee. I am also the spokesperson for the Democratic Women of the South Region. And this Democratic Women of the South Region, along with my daughter, Councilwoman Monet Wilson, is a member. We would like to present this certificate of appreciation to the city of Calumet City for the selfless and tireless heroes that combated and served during the 9/11. And this is to be presented to you before 9/11. So we have delivered these in all of the states around. So if we can get a picture with the police chief or fire chief, we're doing a presentation with the newspaper too. And I want to thank you for your service.
Yeah. And I would also invite all council members to join us, and elected officials to join us up front.
Gentlemen, if you can just come to the left and right, we'll put the mayor to your right. When you get to it. There, you're right here. Everybody look this way. I'll take a few pieces now. You take the face and about one. 1, 2. 1, 2, keep out. 1. Yeah. Thank you.
And further, as a tribute to the many fallen of 9/11, We will definitely ask the city council for permission to have our flags flown half-staff in commemoration of 9/11. But I also like the body to rise for a moment of silence for all the families who were lost in 9/11, and also for the police officers and fire. Thank you. We are still in public comment section. Is there anyone else from the public who would like to comment on any item on the agenda tonight? If so, please step to the mic and state your name. Is there anyone from the public who would like to comment during public comment? We'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is the approval of minutes. City council members have copies of the minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Any edits to the minutes? If not, can someone make a motion to approve the minutes as so stated on the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Williams, second by Alderman Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes for the minutes approval. Reports of standing committees. Next item on the agenda, Alderman Gardner, Finance Committee.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Those of you who missed September 7th, we had an overwhelming turnout for the tax appeal seminar hosted by the City Council. There was a lot of people that came out with quite a bit of concerns, and they got a lot of questions answered. Today was, in fact, the deadline to file your appeals for property taxes. However, you can still file for the appeal through the Board of Appeals, Board of Review, Cook County Board of Review. There are going to still be some more dates. I will get those dates to you guys soon for tax seminars in the Thornton Township area. Thanks, Mayor.
Welcome. Public Safety, Alderman Williams.
Thank you, Mayor. Just real briefly, the police department has announced the hiring of the laterals. I believe the applications are due the September 15th, is that correct? September 15th. September 15th, so if anyone's interested or knows anyone interested, of course, that are qualified under the rules and collective bargaining through the police department, please feel free to share that information and please apply. Thank you. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Public Utilities, Alderman Smith.
Thank you, Mayor. The Public Utilities Committee will be calling a meeting this month. We are targeting pending confirmation with the members and chambers for next week or the week after. Also, I want to announce that ComEd is implementing their vegetation management for preventive maintenance throughout the city. This program basically involves cutting large vegetation around ComEd equipment within the city. Some of the areas that will be targeted are Hoxie, Bensley, Oglesby, Yates, Campbell, and several other streets in between. That particular activity is scheduled to start. If there are any questions on that, please contact the city's office, the mayor's office. Also, there's no cost for this service, so it's just part of their preventive maintenance on the vegetation going around the equipment. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Ordinance, bless you, whoever sneezed on. Ordinance and resolutions, I'm sorry, Alderman Tillman.
Thank you, Mayor. On August 19th, the Ordinance Resolutions Committee held a meeting. The following items were discussed. The first item discussed was an ordinance amending the rental inspection fee and multi-year rental waiver. The committee recommended directing the city attorney to draft an ordinance incorporating certain specific language that will be outlined on a later date. The second item discussed regarded the building code updates per CRS. The committee recommended directing the city attorney to provide an update as it relates to the residential energy code. The third item discussed was an ordinance for establishing a time frame to tag properties not authorized for occupancy for no water service. The committee recommended amending the ordinance to allow the property to be tagged not authorized for occupancy after 2 billing cycles for no water. The fifth item discussed was a motion to direct the city attorney to review and draft an ordinance requiring all businesses to have no more than 50% of their windows clear from any obstruction. The committee recommended directing the city attorney to draft an ordinance for council review. The sixth item discussed was a motion to direct the city attorney to review and draft an ordinance requiring all multi-unit dwelling complexes to have operating and recording capable camera systems on the exterior of their property and for those cameras to be operating when properties are occupied. The committee recommended that the city attorney draft an ordinance to that effect for council review. And the last item discussed was a motion to direct the city attorney to draft an ordinance requiring all commercial retail businesses to have operating and recording capable camera systems on the interior and exterior of the property and for those cameras to be operating when properties are occupied. And the committee recommended that the city attorney draft an ordinance to that effect for the city council to review. That is all, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Tillman. Alderman Navarrete. I'm sorry, Alderman Patton. Does anyone have a report for Alderman Patton? Now, I know Alderman Patton and I had a conversation about vaccination rates. We're going to submit a copy of a new article that came out about vaccination rates in Calumet City. We are one of the communities that's low, so we're working with Cook County to get our numbers up, but have vaccination programs starting next week in Calumet City. So Alderman Patton is working with the county. He's also working with Stephon Grant, who was our appointed health commissioner, to make sure that we do that as well. So we'll have more reports for the council when we get to that. Public Works, Alderman Navarrete.
Thank you, Mayor. Just briefly, I'll be working with, looking to hold a Public Works Committee meeting towards the end of the month. I'm just trying to lock down a date with the Public Works leadership on a date that works for everyone. So looking for something late this month for a committee meeting. Thank you.
Alderman Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor. Permits and Licensing Committee will be working with the city and our council to streamline the processes for businesses. The committee will hold our next meeting at the next available date this month. That is all.
Thank you. Under city council reports, under the mayor reports, I have spoken with the library board about appointments. Tonight I'm going to submit 5 appointments to the city council for appointments to the library board. The library board is going to have a meeting of the new officers on September 28th. And then there will be the installation of officers. And then also the official meeting will be September 30th. And then I would like to invite the council to that meeting as well. So tonight I am submitting the appointment of 5 names to fill unexpired terms of board members who resigned. And also for members' appointment in terms who have expired. There are 3 members whose terms expired and 2 members who resigned on their unexpired terms. So tonight I'm submitting the name of Scott Nema for the library board appointment for the city council for a 4-year term to expire on April 30th, 2025. Second, I'm submitting Jatan Russell for the appointment to the library board as a member for the city of Calumet City for a 4-year term to expire on April 30th, 2025. The next name I'm submitting for the 4-year term is Erica Jenkins of Calumet City for the appointment for the library board for the city of Calumet City for a 4-year term to expire on April 30th, 2025. Second, I'm submitting the appointment of Jasmine Jones to the Library Board for a 2-year term for the unexpired term of Hank Snyder until April 30th of 2023. And lastly, I'm submitting for the unexpired term of Debbie Sellers for the appointment to the Library Board, Sam Williams, for a 2-year term to expire on April 30th, 2023. These are residents of the 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th wards. There should be more coming, so if anyone is interested, please let me know. We got 12 applications for appointments, so I would like to entertain a motion to approve these appointments.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Williams. Roll call.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Navarrete.
Yes.
So for the record, I turned the forms over to our attorney, which will also be turned over to our clerk, which will be also turned over in our my report to the city council. I just mentioned the vaccination rates, so I will save the rest of my report for unfinished business. So Madam Clerk, under city council reports, do you have a report?
No report.
Thank you, Clerk. City Treasurer Tarker.
Nothing this evening, sir.
Thank you. Alderman Navarrete on the city council report.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to remind residents of the Walk the Ward event scheduled for next Saturday, September 18th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event will begin here at City Hall. The event will be family-friendly. Social distancing will be enforced and masks provided. There will be prizes with a top prize of a 50-inch TV. So please come out and participate. The event surrounds the city's efforts to initiate, organize, and fine-tune the stages of a complete, all-encompassing First Ward comprehensive plan that will develop a strategy, mission, and a clear understanding of the goals and vision of the community itself. This day is an outreach effort for the process as co-sponsored by the Illinois American Planning Association, and it's free service to help us. Comprehensive planning is a process that determines community goals and aspirations in terms of community development. However, our purpose for this project not only includes a plan to revitalize our neighborhoods and business corridors, but it also includes helping to enhance and improve the quality of life for our residents and ensure our businesses thrive. The American Planning Association of Illinois is not the only assistance we've received from well-renowned organizations. Here in the First Ward, the University of Illinois Chicago, UIC, and the Great Cities Institute, the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, U of I, have greatly contributed to the corridor planning within the First Ward. In addition, Tesca and Associates developed a State Street corridor plan that provides an exceptionally positive impact for our industrial businesses. Our partnership with UIC's Great Cities Institute brought forth the Burnham Avenue Corridor Plan. All these plans and considerations will be woven into one comprehensive document as spearheaded by the American Planning Association of Illinois. These documents will help to bring more resources, grants, businesses, et cetera, to the community. Investors understand the importance of comprehensive plans and consider investments in communities that are professional and systematic with economic development. We look forward to your participation in the event coming next Saturday. This is your community, and your voice matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderman Wilson.
Thank you. Happy belated birthday to Denise Baker. Happy almost birthday to Second Ward First Dude, Cortland D. Wilson. Around town, thank you to everyone who attended the Calumet Memorial Park District's Labor Day back-to-school event. It was a success. Thank you to everyone who packed the house for the Calumet City Tax Appeal Workshop. Save the dates. 9/10/2021, which is tomorrow, Wentworth District 155 will host a back-to-school event. Saturday, 9/11 is the 20th anniversary of September 11 attacks. Please never forget, take time Saturday to live in gratitude. Take time to be nice to each other. Thank you to the Democratic Women of the Southland region for honoring our men and women. Wednesday, September 15th, I expect a packed house for the second ward meeting. We will hold our second ward meeting at the Calumet City Public Safety Training Center, 24 State Street in Calumet City, Illinois, to begin at 6 p.m. Masks are required, and we will practice social distancing. Sunday, September 19th, is not only the first due to the second ward's birthday, it is also the Calumet City Chargers homecoming at TF North. Please come out and support the children of Calumet City. As always, slow down and be neighborly. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Alderman, for the record, did you say first dude?
He is the first dude.
Okay. All right. Alderman Tillman?
No report.
Okay. Thank you. Alderman Williams?
Thank you, Mayor. First, can I honor God who makes all things possible. Just to piggyback off of Alderman Gardner and Alderman Wilson's comments, I want to thank all the residents that came out to the tax appeal workshop. We will probably do a little bit better with the notifications. We kind of put that together impromptu, so in the future we'll make sure that we get those notifications out a little bit earlier. And also, September 18th, Fritz Kagi, the actual tax assessor from Cook County, will be at Thornton Township at 11 a.m. That's September 18th. So feel free to come out and ask questions and get understanding if you don't know what's going on with our taxes in the community. And you can't hear me? Is that better? No problem. Also, there will be an impromptu ward cleanup. We're looking at the date of September 25th. There will be no notifications going out about that, so I'll just be doing a robocall to solicit for assistance. Anybody who wants to assist, give me a call, 708-891-8194. That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Alderman Gardner?
Thank you, Mayor. Very quick, Monday, do not forget the town hall and conversation with the mayor. It's going to start promptly at 6 o'clock. That's if I get there early. 6 o'clock to 7:30 at the St. Andrew Church. Jesus Shepherd of Soul. We're going to be in the gymnasium between the hours of 6 o'clock to 7:30 at 155th and Freeland. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, anything that you want to report to my office, please report those items to my office, 708-891-8195. Thank you. That's all I got.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderman Smith?
Thank you, Mayor. Seventh Ward monthly meetings will start in the month of October. The schedule will be published and provided at the next council meeting, September the 23rd, once times and days are confirmed. Also, please contact the office regarding any vacant or abandoned properties or suspicious activities as you continue to do so. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item 8 are new business. Would like to make a correction to item 13 on the agenda. The motion should be to direct the city attorney to draft an ordinance or resolution to request the renaming of the intersection at Sibley and Muskegon in the honor of late Bishop Ronaldo James Kiles, of which Alderman Tillman, we can have the family here at the next city council meeting. That's the correction for item 13. Under new business, are there any other corrections?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? You said to draft, to direct the city attorney to draft it?
Yeah, to direct the city attorney to draft a resolution, or ordinance? Ordinance, I'm sorry, draft the ordinance and request and rename the intersection. So ask for that amendment. Are there any other corrections under new business to the items on the agenda?
Items 8 through 11, it seems like they're supposed to be under resolutions and ordinances.
Did we do informational items first? I'm just asking that.
I'm going to go back to them. Is that a motion, Alderman, to change those to reflect that they draft to amend the handicap ordinance?
Correct. Yes. So moved.
Second.
Well, I'm sorry. Was the proper documentation put into the clerk's office for these addresses?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
The proper handicap information was provided.
Okay.
So for the record, item 8 and 9 are the motion to amend those items or amend the handicap ordinance. Item 13, there was a motion made to amend that as well. The corrections for item 8A through 14. Are there any other corrections, amendments?
For clarification, you said items 8 through 12 is being amended to draft ordinance as well?
Yes.
9 and 10 are just resident-only parking, so we don't need an ordinance for that.
So it's 8, 11, and 12.
8, 11, 12, and 13 have amendments.
11, 12, and 15?
Yeah. Is there a motion to approve items 8A through 14 with the amendments?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Smith, second by Alderman Williams. Roll call.
I'm sorry, you said 14, I only have 13. So I could be missing something.
Is it 13?
Yeah, 14.
Gotcha. Okay. So for the record, it's the motion that was made corrects items 8A through 13 as amended. That was the motion that was made. Roll by Tillman and Smith. Roll call, clerk.
Wilson?
Yes.
Tillman?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Gardner?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Navarrete?
Yes.
So tonight, I guess we want to congratulate the So while we're under new business, and we are going to go back to informational items, I apologize for that. Madam Clerk, do you want to take the time to congratulate the deputy clerk who was appointed tonight?
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, I should have did that under my report. I would like for everybody to welcome Frances Anderson. She is the new deputy clerk in the clerk's office. Fran, can you raise your hand and wave to everybody so they can know who you are? Welcome her to Calumet City, and she got every day she has a new outfit to show you all how to dress.
Because that's what we do in the second ward.
Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. So we also, under appointments, we also going to recognize Sam Williams Jr. I think he, in the 5th Ward. Sam, you want to stand up? 5th Ward appointment. Sam always wears the bow ties as well, so we have to change our style with the bow ties.
Competition between the deputy clerks.
We're going to go back to informational items that to be accepted and placed on file. We have items 8A through D. Are there any questions on items 8A through D? If not, can someone make a motion to accept the items and place them on file?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Williams, second by Alderman Gardner. Roll call. I'm sorry, Smith. Sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. So now we're under building permits. There are no items under building permits. Yes, we do. So for clarification on the agenda, items 9A, I guess I better stop using this marker. So items 9A under new business, 9A 1 through 14, there was a motion on the floor to amend those items. There was a motion and a second. Madam Clerk, roll call.
So we already
You
approved.
guys got to stop talking in my ear because, so we voted on it, we're on night. We just did that. So the attorney is telling us that we have to make a motion to approve the items, 9A through 1 through 14. So is there a motion to approve the items, 9A through 14?
So moved,
Motion as amended.
as amended.
Motion made by Alderman Wilson. Is there a second by Alderman Smith? Madam Clerk, roll call.
I do not have a 14. You have to read 14 into the record for me because I don't have it on here.
Item 14 for the record is motion to direct the city attorney to begin drafting an ordinance for new business application procedures.
That is my item 13. Okay.
1 through 14? Yes. So for the record, we'll have the city attorney read the items on the agenda.
So that everyone, the agenda is 1, motion to approve the appointment of Francis Anderson as the deputy city clerk for a term ending April 30th, 2022. Item 2, approval of the revenue report from the city clerk. Item 3, approve and accept the resignation of Paul Freeman. Item 4, approve and accept the resignation of Joseph Dixon. Item 5, approve and accept the resignation of Jason Smith. Item 6, motion to authorize the Police and Fire Commission to hire 5 officers from the eligibility list. Item 7, motion to amend the intergovernmental agreement between the City of Calumet City and the Board of Education of Thornton Fractional High School District 215. Item 8, motion to direct the city attorney to draft legislation to approve the James Connors petition for handicap. Item 9, motion to approve request for resident parking only at 503 Crandon. Item 10 is approval of residential parking only at 667 Exchange. Item 11 was amended to read direct the city attorney to draft the legislation for handicap parking at 1775 Memorial Drive. Item 12 was also amended to direct the city attorney to approve a request for handicap parking at 518 Crandon. Item 13, also amended, motion to approve, or motion to direct the city attorney to draft legislation renaming the intersection of Sibley and Muskegon in honor of Bishop James Kiles. And then item 14 was motion to direct the city attorney to begin drafting an ordinance for business application procedures.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Calumet,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner, Smith,
Yes.
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item B are building permits. For the record, there are no fence permits, no garage permits that were submitted. Item C are resolutions. You have the resolutions before you. Item 2A was a correction. It was Buddy Bear correction. That was amendment, correct, Val?
Which one?
The other items on the resolution, of course, the Polish American History Month, and of course, the resolution for Breast Cancer Month. Does anyone have any questions regarding resolutions and ordinances? So, one is Buddy Bear. I don't know which one. Are there any corrections? If not, can someone please make a motion to approve the resolutions and ordinances?
So move.
Motion made by Alderman Tillman. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Navarrete. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner.
Item D, before us are financial matters, 1 through 14. Alderman Gardner, are there any corrections? Okay. Alderman Gardner makes a motion to approve financial matters D 1 through 14. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Williams. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Yes.
Gardner. Yes. Smith.
Yes.
Before we move on to unfinished business, we have a brief executive session. Can someone please make a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of?
Discussion of pending litigation.
So move. Second.
We'll be in all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We'll be in executive session for a brief executive session, so please relax. Session.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner, second by Alderman Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are back in open session. Before we go to unfinished business, we do have, as we requested through the Alderman, when people request Class 8s from us, we want them to come before the City Council. We have Bill Hassey here from Hassey Construction, who is not only a 100-year-old, fourth-generation business in Calumet City, but if you want to come up and say some words to the City Council, we just want to recognize you and thank you for being a great business in Calumet City, and the resolution was approved, so you can step to the mic and... Can I take my property? Yes, you can take it off.
Good evening. My name is Bill Hassey. I'm president of Hassey Construction Company. The request we came in with was on a building we rent for our added employment. We have about 25 office employees working at our construction company and run about 200 to 250 employees outside the company doing area general construction work. We've been located in Calumet City since 1920, and I am third generation, and our fourth generation joined the company about 5 years ago. So I wanted to say thank you for granting this variance. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer any of them.
Any members of the council have any words for Mr. Hassey?
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you for always considering Calumet City and being a good business partner to us. You've been here a while, so thank you for staying here. We're under unfinished business. We'll start on this side. Alderman Smith.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I just want to inform the residents that Wilder Foods, the incoming vertical farm, is actually hiring. If you have interest, please contact our office at 773-891-8197 or email asmith@calumetcity.org, and we'll provide details. Thank you, Mayor.
Alderman Gardner.
Nothing, Mayor, thank you.
Alderman Williams,
Nothing, Mayor, thank you.
Alderman Tillman. Alderman Wilson.
Well, of course. Just want to let the residents of the Second Ward know that forthcoming, I am planning our Second Ward initiative, which will be an expungement clinic. Legal aid will be in Calumet City, and that's scheduled for September 29th. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderman Navarrete.
Just briefly, would like to thank Hassie also for being committed, for the family being committed to Calumet City for so long in the First Ward. Again, we're working hard on State Street improvements over there and also Riverside Drive. So thank you again for taking time out of your day to come to the meeting. That's it. Thank you, Mayor.
City Treasurer Tarker, do you have anything?
Nothing.
Madam Clerk, do you have anything on the unfinished? I have one item on the unfinished. I had a longtime friend and U.S. veteran who's always lived in Calumet City, passed away recently, Darius Hogan. Darius is a resident of the 4th Ward. He has been in Calumet City for a long time. He passed away recently. He's been a friend of ours, been a friend of mine, the clerks, and many others in Calumet City. And I want to send a special prayer to his family for not only his life, but for what he's done for Calumet City. And I would just ask everyone to stand for a moment of silence for him. Thank you. And to Darius' wife, Deidre, and Darius Jr., and his entire family, we will keep you in our prayers. And again, I will let the council know when the arrangements are. Seeing there no further business to come before the City Council, is there a motion to adjourn at 7:07 p.m.? Motion made by Alderman Gardner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Williams. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting adjourned at 7:07 p.m. Thank you, residents and everyone, for attending.